Even though it's not easy, the Mercedes Maybach S-Class 2022 is able to be even more luxurious than the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, and it's just another level of comfort and luxury. To know all about what makes it so good, stay tuned with us until the end of this video. This ultra-luxury sedan can compete with the Rolls-Royce Ghost and the Bentley Flying Spur, and it has more high-end features that we can mention in this video. In fact, it has more high-end features than any other car on the market. There are two types of twin-turbo engines you can buy: a V12 and a V8. All of the models come with all-wheel drive as standard. Its stretched body makes it perfect for being driven around by a chauffeur, especially when the optional rear seats that recline and massage the rider are added. These seats tell people to relax and live the best lives they can. The styling of the Maybach S-Class isn't as flashy as that of its competitors. As a result, it can blend in with other cars on the road without getting too much attention. Even though you like some of the more garish parts of the Neiman Marcus, your job requires you to be more subtle. The Maybach has a lot of the same looks as the smaller S-Class, which shows that it has the same kind of executive-level restraint. The only things that make it look different are the extra chrome on all sides and the Maybach badges on the C-pillars, which don't look scary because they light up. If you ask your driver to use the infotainment touchscreen to open one of the Maybach's huge rear doors remotely, you'll be greeted by a much more luxurious space that fits a person of your stature. When compared to the S-Class, the outside of the car may not have a lot of unique features, but the inside does. This S580 comes with an executive rear seat package, which can cost up to $6,000 and is almost a requirement. This package replaces the bench in the back seat with two individual reclining seats, a center console with fold-out tables, and heated and cooled cup holders. The price of the package can go up to $6,000. You can adjust how far back the front passenger seat goes by pressing a button on the door panel of your car. After all, you don't have to work every minute you're awake. When we talk about free time, this one comes with a refrigerator that is mounted in the middle and two champagne flutes that cost a total of $1,100 and $3,200 respectively. Even though it takes up some of the trunk space, you should still be able to fit your golf bag or the luggage with the LV logo in there. The 2022 Mercedes Maybach S580 will give you a taste of the good life. Take a break and rest your head on this pillow while you look around the Maybach's luxurious cabin. This matter was handled with the utmost care and attention to detail. You are not the type of person to cut corners, are you? Real Napa leather, which costs a whopping $8,000 on its own, was used to make the beautiful heated armrests and the whole headliner. This same material is used to make everything else you see or touch. You can also get the subtly striped design on the obsidian black trim for an extra $1,300. You can run your fingers along the surface of any of the Burmeister audio systems with 4D surround sound and look at the laser-cut metal's fine details. Everything in this place is good enough for a king, or at least a CEO. Almost exactly the same thing. Almost certainly, a driver will take you from your home to your place of business. However, if you feel the need for control and decide you'd rather drive yourself, you won't be the least bit disappointed. The S580 has a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine that drives all four wheels. It makes 496 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. This power is sent to the wheels through an automatic transmission with 9 gears. Let me start it up for you. You've been hearing that, right? Of course you didn't. Even the starter motors are too common for a well-known person like you to deserve the level of privacy that the Maybach gives you. On the highway, you won't hear much from the engine or the tires, or even the wind. Since the glass is so thick, you might think that it is hard to see the car. Most Mercedes models work best in the comfort mode, but they don't have anything like the mode on our Maybach. You can flip a switch to turn the suspension into cloud-like pillows that barely feel speed bumps, let alone bumpy roads or highway expansion joints. Some vehicles are the only ones that can use this mode. You may have been in a Rolls-Royce Ghost or a Lexus LS. If so, I have to tell you that you will wonder how you ever survived your time in either of those garbage cars. If you care a lot about how comfortable your ride is, which you probably do, you'll love the pedal articulation. After all, who can do important work when they're being jostled around? Every input is turned down so much that you can't hear it. This is done to make every time you start and stop as smooth as possible. Then, it starts to speed up to reduce unwanted movement, which is done in second gear. There is a sport mode that you can use if you want to try to make this into an athlete, which it is not. You probably already have a sports car if you want the thrills that this gives you. Your best bet is to keep each of your spheres separate and clear. Now that you know it's big enough for a king, you might be wondering if the Maybach also gets king-level gas mileage. But since it's a limousine with 2 turbocharged V8 engines, the answer is not really. The EPA says it gets 15 miles per gallon in the city and 24 miles per gallon on the highway. But if you drive carefully on the highway, you can get closer to 28 miles per gallon. The Maybach S580 is full of high-quality technology that both the driver and the people in the car can enjoy. Just like in every other modern Benz, the M-Bucks multimedia system is the center of attention, and for good reason. It looks good, works right away, and is full of things that will impress people. You can create your own mood with the multicolor ambient lighting in the interior, or you can also choose one of the built-in ones that come with very cute small graphics that match the mood on the main OLED touchscreen, which is about 12. These flashing lights always have the same effect of making your eyes hurt. But there's a lot more interesting stuff inside this space, because the built-in navigation system works with the huge heads-up display to give you augmented reality turn-by-turn directions. Just like the electric EQS, it is very unlikely that a driver will miss a turn while using this vehicle. The only person who will really notice how cool the 3D effect looks on the 12.3-inch gauge display is the driver. But hey, that guy needs some excitement in his life too. If you'd rather use your own phone, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are available wirelessly as standard features. And there are several USB-C ports in each row to keep all of your important devices charged. Also, the safety mechanism is out of the world. It comes standard with all of Mercedes' active and passive safety features, like automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, blind spot monitoring, and a surround view camera system with unmatched clarity. Another cool feature is that you can change the color of the ambient light so that it changes when the parking sensors pick up an object. The Maybach comes with full-speed adaptive cruise control as standard. When combined with the other driver assistance features, this makes a hands-free system that does a great job of keeping the car in its lane while keeping up with traffic. The Augmented Reality Head-Up Display, or AR HUD, will show you a thin green line when a car is coming up behind you, and it will also help you change lanes. There are currently no matches to our Maybach S580 when it comes to comfort and luxury. What do you think? Let us know in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more and subscribe to our channel.